Hi everyone, it's me, Steph from YourFertileSelf.com, and I hope you are having a great day today. This month on the blog, I wanted to try something a little bit different. I've been spending so much time lately over on YouTube, and I've been having so much fun making videos that I wanted to try a video blog for you this month instead of a written one. So I hope you like it. I can't wait to hear what you think, and let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So it is now the month of February. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. February is the month of love. We all have love on the brain. This is the month of love. In honor of the month of love, I'm wearing my red sweater today. So I thought that it would be awesome for our February post to talk about loving the most important person in your life. And can you guess who that is? The most important person in life is you. You are the most important person in your life, and it is so important to take the time to cultivate that very important special relationship that you have with yourself and your sense of self-love. So I think self-love is so important that every year in February for the past few years, I have offered in my community a free self-love challenge. I call it the Love Yourself Challenge. That's 7 days, all focused on nurturing that very important sense of connection with yourself. I'm not offering the Love Yourself Challenge this year, but I am dedicating this entire post to the importance of self-love. I'm going to talk about what self-love is, why it's important, and I'm going to give you 6 strategies for loving yourself and for being your own best friend. Because I think that we often hear that term self-love and we know that it's important, but we don't really know, like, what does that really mean and how do we do it? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So what is self-love? You know, it's kind of a no-brainer. Self-love is loving yourself, right? And what that really means is it means having an unconditional sense of support for yourself and compassion for yourself on your life journey. So think about that. Unconditional support and a core of compassion. That is pretty wow. Think about your fertility journey, and do you have an unconditional sense of support for yourself on your journey? Are you supporting yourself no matter what is happening on your journey? Totally being there for yourself, totally supporting yourself, never putting yourself down, having compassion for yourself and your journey and what is happening on your journey. I think that a lot of us on our fertility journey, because it is so emotional and so challenging and so gut-wrenching and so difficult, one of the first things we do is kind of our sense of support and compassion for ourselves just kind of goes out the window. I know that when I was on my own journey, I put myself down a lot. I just cursed my old broken down body for not working the way it was supposed to. I cursed myself for not trying to have a baby when I was younger. I called myself a loser because I was having trouble getting pregnant. You know, that's not very supportive and it's not very compassionate. And I would venture to say that many of you are probably having similar conversations with yourself in your head as well. So we need to work on turning that around and really opening up that compassion and that support for yourself, for your journey. Think about it. You are the only person who has been with yourself your entire life, since the second you were born, and you will be here with yourself until the very last second you take your last breath here on earth. You are with yourself in and out every single second of every single day. You are always there for yourself. Like, what an awesome friend you are to yourself. So you need to learn how to be your own best friend. And I'm going to give you 6 strategies on how to do that. First strategy, give yourself a compliment every day. So think about it. You're like in an elevator and a total stranger gets on the elevator and she turns and looks at you and says, "Wow, I really like your haircut," or "That jacket looks really good on you." Don't you feel good when you get that compliment? Like, doesn't it just kind of make your whole day? So we need to give ourselves these compliments too. So I challenge you to every single day, give yourself a compliment. Do it in your bathroom, looking at yourself in the mirror, look yourself right in the eye and say out loud any kind of compliment. It can be anything. Your hair looks really good today. You look really pretty today. You did a really good job handling XYZ situation. You're such a good friend to people. You're such a good wife. You know, any kind of compliment. You're such a good cook. Any kind of compliment, any nice thing that you can tell yourself about yourself, and do it out loud. Look yourself in the eye and do it out loud. Because it means, it really, the psychology of hearing something spoken out loud, it really has a lot more impact on us than when we just hear it in our head. So make sure you do it out loud. Any kind of compliment every single day. So that is strategy number 1. Strategy number 2, fuel your body with good stuff. So a really big part of loving ourselves is caring for ourselves physically. And one of the best ways that we can do that is to put good stuff in our bodies. Really good, healthy, quality food is like one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. So lots of fruits, vegetables, you know, not minimal processed foods, minimal sugar, just good, whole, clean, natural, preferably organic food. When we eat better, we will feel better, we will look better, our brain cells will be clear and focused, and we'll have clarity, and we will just feel awesome. So tip number 2 cannot be overstated. Fuel your body with good stuff. Tip number 3, don't flake out on yourself. So think about like when you have a date scheduled with your friend to meet for lunch or something, and like an hour before you're supposed to meet, she calls you and says she can't come. And you had been like really looking forward to it. How do you feel? I mean, even if she had a good reason, like you feel bummed, right? You feel let down, you feel kind of stood up, maybe you're a little ticked off, because you were really looking forward to and having that time together. It's the same for ourselves. And just as you wouldn't flake out on your best friend, don't flake out on yourself. So anything that you have committed to yourself to do for yourself, whether it's to like take yourself out for a nice dinner or to go work out in the gym, or even something really big like applying for a new job or going back to school to further your education, whatever you have promised yourself that you would do for yourself, follow through. You owe it to yourself and you deserve it. So don't flake out on yourself. Strategy number 4, live in the present moment. This one's a big one. And I think on the fertility journey, this is something that we have trouble with. On the fertility journey, we are often looking back to the past at the mistakes we made. I know I did. I really regretted not trying to have a baby when I was younger. And I'm just, saying that things would be so much better if I had just had a baby when I was younger. I wouldn't be struggling this way today. And the truth of the matter is, regret is very real and very palpable. But the truth of the matter is, wherever we are today is exactly where we are meant to be. All roads lead to where we are today. So the past is the past. It has already happened. We can't change it. We hopefully can learn whatever lessons we were to learn from the past to help us in the present. And that is what we can take from the past, is those lessons, and leave all the regret behind. The future is the future. It hasn't happened yet. It's an unknown. So all we really have is the exact moment that we are living in right now. And we owe it to ourselves to make this moment, our present, the best it can be. So, put the past behind you, let the future come as it will, be in the present moment. It's one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And that's tip number 4. Strategy number 5, believe in yourself. Be your own best cheerleader. So think about, if you have an upcoming treatment cycle coming up, how do you feel about it? Do you believe it's going to work? Are you feeling excited and hopeful and like your cycle is going to go really well? Or are you sitting there saying to yourself, God, I hope this works. What am I going to do if this doesn't work? Just as you would support your very best friend in the entire world on any kind of new endeavor that she is about to embark on, you'd be there for her and you'd be cheering her on and you'd be supporting her. It's time to do that for yourself. So tip number 5 is a big one. Believe in yourself and be your own best cheerleader. It'll really go a long way towards helping you cultivate that mindset of hope and faith and trust and knowing that good things are around the corner for you, knowing that your fertility journey is going to end with you having your baby. Believe in yourself. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. So you need to believe it for yourself too. And finally, strategy number 6, connect with yourself every single day. Take some time, this one's one of my favorites, take some time every day to honor that connection, that very special connection that you have with yourself. In the busyness of our world today, and in the busyness of the fertility journey with all the things that we have to do and keep track of, it's so easy to lose ourselves and to lose sight of who we are and lose sight of what we love and what matters to us and what our values are. We need to take the time every day to just reconnect with that very special person inside of us. And we can do it however, whatever resonates for you. If it's journaling, or if it's meditation, or if it's yoga, or going out for a walk, take that time, 15 minutes every day to just recharge your batteries and honor that very special connection that you have with yourself. That is probably one of the most effective things that you can do to strengthen your relationship with yourself and increase your sense of self-worth and value and self-love. I like to wake up, 15, 20 minutes earlier every day, before everyone in my house gets up and everything starts going crazy, and just, set my intention for the day and do a little bit of, centering breathing and meditation, repeating my affirmations. And it is a wonderful way to start the day. So take that time, whether it's in the morning or in the evening or at lunchtime or whenever works for you and whatever it looks like for you, just make sure that you take the time to do that. And I promise you, your connection with yourself will deepen, as will your sense of unconditional support for yourself and compassion that is so critical to having that loving relationship with yourself. So just to recap, my 6 strategies for being your own best friend are to give yourself a compliment every day, fuel your body with good food, good stuff to eat, don't flake out on yourself. When you say you're going to do something, follow through and do it. Live in the present moment, believe in yourself and be your own best cheerleader, and take the time to connect with yourself every day. So I hope this has been helpful. I would love to hear what you guys think about the video blog format. You can leave a comment below. And I'd love to hear how you're doing with some of these strategies too. If it's a lot to implement at once, you can just kind of maybe pick 1 or 2 at a time. And then kind of after you have that one down solid, you can incorporate another one. But I'd love to hear how it's going for you. So with that, I'm wishing you all the love and baby dust in the world. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.